What's up guys, Cash back again with a ton of Marvel's Avengers news, and we're talking leaks, rumors, dev teasers, the future of content for the rest of this year and beyond. So make sure you stick around until the end of the video so you don't miss anything, and we're jumping straight in. So first things first, we got some fresh leaks from Miller after today's update, and he found some very interesting things like the new in-game Iron Man skin that's coming with the battle damaged Tony and what appears to be an Infinity Stone by the thumb. And I was super surprised to find out this was in the pipeline, but something that wasn't a total surprise but is definitely exciting to know is coming, which is Thor's new movie skin, which I hope is only the first of a few that we get from the movie. And as always, these are just file images, so they'll look 1,000 times better in game. He also shared nameplates for the movie that he found, and this again shows how they plan to cross promote with things in the MCU going forward. And he also showed off the new Pride nameplates that are coming after Pride Month, ironically, but late is better than never. But the biggest things he teased were from yesterday when he tweeted Captain Marvel's in-game poster images with the hashtag #SheIsComing. So he continues to double down on the belief that Carol is in the pipeline and is coming in the not so distant future. But speaking of the future, for the longest time we believed that She-Hulk would be the hero to arrive after Jane Foster because of rumors that she had been held back specifically to release ahead of her Disney Plus show. And looking at how things have played out so far this year, that seemed to make the most sense. But yesterday Miller tweeted an image of Winter Soldier and She-Hulk, and he used images from Marvel Snap, but people instantly picked up on the hint, and some people went as far as to question whether the release order for Winter Soldier and She-Hulk has changed. Now, as I said, it seems to just make sense to synergize with She-Hulk's new show and have her released sometime between late July and early August. But today we got a tweet from Brian Wagner in response to a question about the expected gap time between patch 2.5 and 2.6, and he responded by saying they're not discussing timelines for 2.6 and beyond yet, but it won't be as quick as 2.4 to 2.5. Now this sets the expectation that cloning labs may not drop until possibly sometime in August or later, which would mean the wait for the next hero would be pushed back as well. And Brian also made a cryptic tweet saying that you guys think you know, you don't know. Now this coupled with Miller's tweet about Winter Soldier and She-Hulk just really makes the future for content pretty unclear, because She-Hulk coming by August makes sense, but Winter Soldier jumping ahead of her seems pretty random unless there's a factor we're unaware of, like a potential delay to her show that would push it back later in the year, which would make holding her off make a lot more sense because they've apparently been doing that since last year. And I definitely won't be complaining about getting Bucky in the game sooner than expected, but I am curious to hear what you guys think about all of this, so make sure to leave your thoughts down in the comments. Someone asked about new environments coming, and he replied, I love to add new biomes in the future when it makes sense for the story. Nothing planned now, but I find myself planning farther and farther out every day lately. And when he says he's planning far out, the man means it, because he also said, we have some really cool villains in the pipeline and some really amazing narrative being put together, and that he gets chills thinking about it. And he has big goals for the next 12 to 18 months and beyond. Now you guys do the math on that. That's well beyond the end of this year and even next year. So something obviously seems to be giving the devs the impression that the future is really bright over there. And I know a lot of you are waiting for more news on the status of the deal between Marvel and Embracer Group, but I'm just saying no one on the dev team was this openly optimistic prior to the acquisition. But he also teased that there is a lot to be excited about because the next hero is in development right now, and that he's actually spending this week wrapping up the paper designs for the next two. And for those of you unfamiliar with paper designs, that's simply the concept design for both mechanics and aesthetics for both heroes, meaning how they'll work in the game. So not only did he just tease that 2 new heroes are in the pipeline, but because we know that Bucky and She-Hulk are pretty far in development and Captain Marvel is around the corner, this sounds like two heroes in early development to either release ahead of Captain Marvel or post Captain Marvel. So it's very interesting to see what the future holds for this game, because they're clearly operating with a new vision in mind that centers on pushing out more content more often. So we'll have to see what exactly that means, but I'll definitely be watching things closely. There are a ton of other things I have to share with you guys, including more quotes from Brian about operations and future hero events, and I'll get those videos out to you guys as fast as I can, but it is late over here and I wanted to keep this as short as possible, so now I'll pass it off to you guys. Do you believe there'll be a large gap between today's update and patch 2.6? And how convinced are you that She-Hulk will arrive in time for her Disney Plus show? Let me know down below, and make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more Marvel's Avengers content every week. And if you're interested in picking up Avengers merch, shop with Fandomian and make sure to use my code in the description to get an additional 10% off. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.